What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Now, we had our second to last preseason game before the season actually starts. And what a game. Listen, it was like the first game of the season, to be quite honest with you. We had Rasmus Højlund pretty much getting unveiled at home in front of like over 50,000 people at a preseason game, which is probably like more than a full stadium at most of the places he was playing at before this. He's also a United fan as a kid. So I can only imagine for him how it must feel to walk out on a pitch that you've looked at on TV and now you're going to play for this club. So I was really, really happy for him and happy for him for being able to have that moment. We had a really good team. I mean, Onana started in goal. We're going to talk about Onana. Martinez and Varane in the back. Shaw, Dalot, Casemiro. What can you say about Casemiro? Mount beside him. Bruno is just immaculate. Anthony started on the right, Rashford up top, and Garnacho on the left side. And we're going to talk about Garnacho because he's ready. No, he's ready. He's ready, people. Listen, let's start off with the elephant in the room, okay? Yes. Onana, he got lobbed. He got lobbed from like half line. And kudos to the Linz player who, took advantage of that and caught him out, scored a really, really good goal, which put some things in perspective for us. We're going to have to be a bit more careful with the ball. Dalot. Was it his fault entirely? You're still going to have to deal with Onana being off his line so high for the rest of the season. So if it's not Dalot, it's somebody else. But the point is, Dalot made a bad pass. You got to take care of the ball when you're in those positions, and especially when you have a new sweeper keeper. But there is going to be a transition period, but they looked really, really good playing the ball between them. And Onana, although, he had that fumble and that one moment that I'm sure he wished he could take back, but he seems man enough to handle those criticism, providing that we can score 3 goals every game. It won't look too bad, but for his own record, I'm sure he's going to want to get some clean sheets, and clubs are going to see this game and they're going to say, be ready for that quick snap. Make sure your best hitter gets the ball in the middle and he just bangs it down the field. So is it entirely Dalot's fault? No, but the truth is Dalot still didn't have a really good game. He was a bit on and off, especially after that little incident. And for the rest of the first half, he was a bit shaky. We did manage to pull it back in the second half. Rashford looking sharp, I'm really loving how the team is looking as far as fitness goes, as far as how well they're playing. This is the first look we've really seen of the first team, or what would seem to be the first team for most games throughout the season at least. And they look the unit. Mount, listen, I know what you're going to say. He missed a wide open goal. True. But listen, he's still adjusting. First game in front of the new stadium, the new crowd. He's still shaking off those cobwebs a little bit. So let's give the man a little bit more room. And let's wait for the verdict. I'm pretty sure Mount is going to adjust relatively well to the team. He knows the Premier League. He knows most of these teams anyways. So I'm not worried about Mount so much. My question is, and I want you guys to let me know, do you genuinely think that Anthony, who got our second goal and pulled us away from Lens. Do you really believe that he is having a really good couple of games, although he's scoring? He scored a couple goals in the preseason so far, but he tends to pop up as opposed to being effective throughout a game. He pops up and he gets the goal. Much respect, and at the end of the day, getting the goal is the point. Putting goals in the back of the net, because if the one goal that Len scored was the only goal that we got, it would look absolutely rubbish today. So my question really is, before, up until the moment he scored, I was literally saying to myself, Anthony isn't really that effective. He got the goal, but I want to see more. And you tell me if I'm delusional for wanting to see more, because here it is. When you compared Anthony on the left side, on the right side, versus Garnacho on the left side, I'm sorry, Garnacho was an absolute terrorist. And I must apologize because my last video, listen, no, I'm not going to apologize because they should be playing this well, all of them, because Pulistris, correct me please in the comments his name, but Pulistris, and he played the last game, he was an absolute menace on the left side, and I said he should be back up for Rashford, not remembering that Garnacho was sitting on the bench. Garnacho came on today and he just destroyed. Listen, it could have been Marcelo on that right side. It could have been Danny Alvarez. It didn't matter. That guy was gonna take on anybody and everybody, and you love to see it. I think he's holding a bit of a grudge against Mason Mount with that number 7 jersey. I'm just saying, you have your say. Tell me in the comments, what do you think? Because he is playing like he is upset. He is upset. But I love to see it, and I want to see more of it, man. When you couple it with Casemiro for the third goal, I would pay 60 million for Casemiro this window, let alone last window. So again, we got Casemiro for cheap. Hands down, one of the best central midfielders in world football. He governed that area like a general. His experience showed in times when we needed his experience. What I would love to see is this season he pulls up on those cards, man, because we're gonna definitely need him to be in that central midfield more. I want to see Mano get some experience with playing with him when he gets back off of injury. So it's gonna be really, really good to have him, Mano, and if we get Amrabat, as if the talks are, the defensive midfield is good, the attacking midfield is good. I would really put our central midfield area up against any team and be comfortable that we could control the game. Casemiro is just class, and you see it. Bruno, we don't talk about Bruno. Bruno is just the passes he was making. Who told Bruno that he could make those passes in the first place? That's my question. The man is ridiculous for thinking he could make those passes and then trying them and completing them. Listen, we need to protect this man at all costs. And if anybody tells me that he is not wearing the armband or he's not playing like the captain should play and leading by an example, his attitude, right, his determination to win, his creativity. I don't even know what foot or what side of the foot he used for that one pass against Garnacho. Somebody explain it to me, because from the angle he's standing at to where the ball ends up, how? But listen, all in all, a really fantastic game. There was the hiccup with the Onana situation. Again, if we are scoring 3 goals, 4 goals, and especially if this man comes in right here and sets Old Trafford a light, like I think he will, he looks like he just fits at Old Trafford, man. And as we said about Casemiro, 80 million is going to be cheap for Rasmus Højlund. Save it. Timestamp it. Rasmus Højlund is going to be a success, especially with the team that's around him now that Ten Hag is building. And that's another thing too, man. Yo, let this man cook. Let him cook, B, because he is cooking up something, boy. And when he is done, this team is going to be one absolutely reckoned with. I'm United fans for the past 10 years or so, or anyone who's been a United fan for 10 years or more, your faith will be rewarded and your belief will be restored. Mark my words, mark my words. Ten Hag is cooking up some stuff over here, boy. But yo, guys, how did you see the game? How did you enjoy the game? What did you take from the game? Was there anything I missed? Is there anyone I did mention or didn't mention? Did you agree with anything I said? Did you disagree with anything I said? Let's start the conversation down below, man. So please like the video, comment, and subscribe. And if you've been here with your boy this long, thanks for rocking with me. I appreciate you. God bless you, and GGMU.